Listen up, my naga. Worlds beyond the poles. This is reality. It is true, stranger than any fiction the world has known. There is no physical end to the Earth's northern and southern extent. The Earth merges with land areas of the universe about us that exist straight ahead. The Earth merges with land areas of the universe about us that exist straight ahead. Naga, straight. The Earth plane. You just go straight. You just keep going, man. You popping off. You ain't gotta take a rocket to pop off out of a ball into a vacuum of nothingness with a bunch of balls and orbs and balls and orbs. They fed this in your mind ball. This is Inception. They put this image in your mind ball. Solar system. Everything's going like this. And you don't feel nothing, man. You don't feel nothing, man. Because of the God of gravity. That's a theory, not a law. This is F. Amadeo Giannini. Can you dig it? Worlds Beyond the Poles, Chapter 1. I'm just popping off, man. I gotta read this with my nagas, and we gotta keep seeing clearly, man. This is reality. It is truth stranger than any fiction the world has known. There is no physical end to the Earth, northern and southern extent. It just keeps going, boss. You want to get to the celestial, you go straight, boss. Let's go. The Earth merges with land areas of the universe about us that exist straight ahead beyond the North Pole and the South Pole points of theory. It is now established that we may at once journey into celestial land areas by customary movement on the horizontal form from beyond the pole points. Not vertical, horizontal. You just gotta go straight. It is also known that the flight course from this earth to connecting land areas of the universe about us, which appear up or out from the earth, will always be over land, water, and vegetation common to this earth area of the universe whole. Never need we shoot up, as popular misconception demands, to reach celestial land existing under every luminous area we observe at night. On the contrary, we will move straight ahead, boss. Straight ahead, boss. Y'all hear me clearly? I had to close the door. Bunch of jabronis outside, man. We talking about worlds beyond the poles. Ain't nobody on this frequency right now with us, man. We on this frequency. My naga, we on investigation. You put a hamster in a cage. The first thing that hamster gonna do is start sniffing around the cage, exploring its environment. It's not a distraction to explore. They're making their reverse psychology in you to make you think that this is a distraction when even the most basic primal mammal would explore their habitation. And we used to be anti-exploration. We went crazy over NASA Apollo missions. They went crazy over Byrd, Admiral Byrd. He's busting past the pole points. He's busting through Antarctica. Recon Admiral Byrd, man. All right, man, flow with me, man. This is not a distraction. It's a beautiful thing, man. It is also known that the flight course from this Earth to connecting land area of the universe about us, which appears up or out from the Earth, will always be over land and water and vegetation common to this area, this Earth area, because we are in one particular Earth area, man. All right, surf the wave. They call this Earth Pond 1, man. This is Earth Pond 1, right? Hey, man, if you heard this before, hear it again, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can absorb and retain what you need to communicate this to someone else that needs to hear it, man. Because I promise you, my nugget, If you think you're spinning on a ball, then you're going to be spinning your whole life. And you'll never have one stationary, still, relaxing moment. But that lake looks real still. But gravity's just making that lake just kick. But tons of water's being crushed on the ball without going into the vacuum of space. Quadrillions of tons of water from the powerful force of gravity. But birds are just flying, and LeBron is just dunking from the free throw line. But that magical super force that's crushing these quadrillion tons of water from flying off into the vacuum of outer space. But you over there playing hopscotch. You should be squeezed to the bottom of the earth if gravity was that strong, crushing quadrillions of tons of water into a ball. You should be like stuck to the ground, man. Planes shouldn't just be flying, man. Not with all that magical gravity, man. I'm just saying, man. Let's get to the bottom of this, man. All right? We've been talking about flat drop a long time. Let's keep talking about it. Let's get to the bottom of this, man. Let's go, man. Never need we shoot up. So we don't have to go up. That's popular misconception of man's to reach celestial land, the stars existing under every luminous area we observe at night. On the contrary, we will move straight ahead on the same physical level from either of theory's imaginary pole points. Confirmation of such a flight course is had in that the U.S. Navy, listen up, the U.S. Navy Task Force, February 1947, my nigga. These are facts, my nigga. These are receipts, man. Go look it up. U.S. Navy Task Force, February 1947, penetrated 1,700 miles. 1,700 miles beyond the North Pole point. I want you to understand, man. The point that they pointed as the most northern point on the ball, they went 1,700 miles past that point. So now they got to make their ball bigger, right? And keep making their ball bigger as they keep expanding the north and south. I mean, have they updated us on the circumference of the earth, man? And all these new lands and all this stuff they finding, that don't fit on their ball. All these lands past Antarctica don't fit on your ball. And look here, globetrotters, man. Hey, man, we're over here deflating all these balls, man. Just popping these balls like balloons, man. Because I want you to be stationary, man. Because it's hard for a naga to wake up. It's hard for a naga to pop off if they're spinning, man. Because if you're spinning, you're a little dizzy, man. You just got used to it. You're in the spell, right? You're going around the sun. You're worshiping the sun, right? So, you know, if you're familiar with Christianity, worshiping the sun, right? The sun is God, right? The sun God, right? Okay. They got you. They came at you in multiple ways, man. The deception, the trickery is many layered. It's like, again, Inception. There's many layers to this, man. You might be awake and say, "Oops, no, now I didn't know that. I didn't know that." You breaking through it. You breaking through the barrier of the spell, man. Congratulations, because we all popping off, all right? We all popping off. It's a lot of foolery, all right? But that's called heliocentrism. When you're going around the sun, that's heliocentric. If the earth is stationary, that's geocentric. So this ain't no new debate, no new psyop. The geocentrists and the heliocentrists and high-level academia have been going back and forth and debating on these things, man. So just look up geocentrism or geocentricity, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? It's Helios, man, the sun, man. Why would these people want you to worship the sun, man? Because then they could come, one, with a subconscious, got you now spinning, and two, they can give you a hijack, because their sun is the same Jupiter, it's the same Saturn, it's the same black sun, whatever they want to call it, It ain't just your sun you see up here that they're worshiping, man. Oh no, they're worshiping another star, man, right? Dog star, right? It goes deeper, man, all right? And it goes back to Atlantis, man, all right? And all that was a hijack, because if it wasn't a hijack, it would still be here, man. This stuff got destroyed by the Creator, man. Cataclysms, right? And what's left, man? And has the water fully receded so we can see all these beautiful lands that have been hidden from the flood? I mean, has the water fully receded? On a flat plain, you can see clearly how there could be a flood. On a globe, it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. Think about it. How do you flood a globe? I guess, snowball. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, on a flat plane, you can see how waters can come up and rise and fall, how some lands can be visible now, and when the waters recede even more, you can have a whole nother terrain popping off, and then the water can go up, and then bang, you got islands, right? But these islands are just the tips of these mountain peaks, the highest mountain peaks. As you go down, you start to see, now you see. So HaWah made that bow in the sky in the book of Genesis. I believe Genesis 9. Rainbow in the sky. You know what I'm talking about. Where HaWah put the bow in the sky. Say, I'm never going to flood you out again, man. That's the covenant. You keep the code, I ain't going to flood this place no more. But I'm going to come with some dragon fire, though. We're going to come with some dragon fire. Because it's all happening, man. I'm just in paragraph 3. You see, this is going to be an ongoing thing, but I'm going to give you Worlds Beyond the Poles, probably my favorite, book on this subject, and it definitely correlates with a lot of researchers. Shout out Nas Confunding. Man, a lot of reconners, man, are, validating and, adding to the recon in amazing ways. So, A-hop to the Melanated True Earth Plane, the Facebook group that I first popped off with Flat Drop, man. I got to give it up to the MTAP Melanated True Earth Plane, man. Shout out to Silas Nehemiah, because we've been talking about this, man. This, my point is, you got to keep talking about it until you can communicate it simply. The simpler you can communicate something, like KTC, that means keep the code. Blue, purple, red, white, linen, gold thread. The colors on the tent of meeting. Talking about that tabernacle, that priesthood flow. The red and the blue need to come together to get the crown chakra, right? That towel, right? X marks the spot. But you see, I just popped off with that. Real simple, right? And it hits you in a different way than say, oh, keep the commandments. No, keep the code. That's your code. Yeah, those are the commandments. But it's also your code. You're encoded with this DNA. It's in you to turn into the head when you're in code. That ain't religious. That ain't Christianity. That's a code. That's a coding like a computer. Like, it's your code. No killing from each other. No stealing from each other. I'm talking to the tribe of Israel, right? We're talking to a tribe. No killing, no stealing. No other power before your power. But no, I want to worship the Son as God in the flesh. Was that confirmed? Did it say, thus says HaWah? See, everything in your Tanakh, even with all the hijack that's been taken out, all the mistranslations, none of it is going to steer you to connect to anything else directly but the Creator. Every time you get saved by the Creator, then when they add the New Testament, now you got a new hero, right? Now you got a son, right? Now you got all this other. So those are varying frequencies, you know what I'm saying? One, you got the commandments. One, you got folks saying you don't need to keep your rest day no more. It's a rest day. Why wouldn't you rest? Why wouldn't you rest? Hey, man, hey, fall back. We're going to keep this going, man. This is my rendition of Worlds Beyond the Poles. We will be reading a lot more, but just remember, man, HaWah, man, the land emerges straight ahead. It's the celestial, my nigga. You don't go up, you go straight. HaWah.